Hey guys, what am I really talking about? Eververse is getting another major update. This time, it isn't the storefront. This time, it's the currency and the armor. The 10-second summary, you ask? Eververse items will no longer dismantle into bright dust. Eververse armor is turning into an ornament transmogrification system. Bright dust now comes from bounties. Bright dust is doing a 360 no-scope into the abyss known as the economy. FOMO is everywhere this season. That is to say, the fear of missing out is at an all-time high. And with the solstice of heroes coming, more dust will be needed. This is a season of returning content, and new cosmetics are locked behind Eververse direct purchase. This means real money or bright dust. You aren't randomly earning anything new. For returning players, the best of year 1 engrams are nice to have. For dedicated players, everything you receive is dismantled for bright dust. This creates a situation where casual players can't keep year 1 items and have enough currency to buy the new ones. And hardcore players will even struggle to buy all the new items for bright dust. Why is that? The bright dust economy is all but consistent. Is it possible to put a real money silver value on the currency known as bright dust? Now that it's interchangeable, Bungie has put a heavy emphasis on bright dust versus silver. Let's look at some examples. A rare emote is worth 400 bright dust, a legendary transmat effect is 450, a legendary weapon ornament is 700, an armor piece is worth 1200, a legendary emote is worth 1250, a legendary ghost projection is worth 1500, an exotic armor ornament is worth 1950, an exotic ship is worth 2,000 bright dust, an exotic sparrow is worth 2,500, and an exotic emote is worth 3,250 bright dust. This is pretty much all the items you can also buy for silver. From cheapest to highest for bright dust, how much silver are they charging? Rare emotes were the cheapest, and they cost 200 silver, which is essentially $2. And there we have it in its basic form. 2 bright dust costs 1 penny. And as we go through the other items, that's not the same for every item. The next item is a legendary transmat effect. While also being $2, it costs 450 bright dust, being about 1 penny for 2 dust. A legendary weapon ornament is 400 silver and costs 700 bright dust. That is a penny per 1.75 dust, making it the most expensive item for silver versus bright dust. An armor piece is 1200 dust. Since you have to buy armor in sets of 5, 6,000 bright dust is 1200 silver. That makes it very cheap, only costing 1 penny for 5 bright dust. Of course, you also get bonus silver for spending $10 or more, making it a better deal. But since the package costs 1200 silver, you have to spend at least $15 from the store to buy it, and you'll have 400 silver left over that you don't want. A legendary emote is 500 silver or 1250 dust, so that's 2.5 dust per penny. A legendary ghost projection is 200 silver or 1500 bright dust. What the heck? Literally the best value for your money. 1 penny for 7.5 dust. I guess people won't spend real money on projections. An exotic armor ornament is 600 silver or 1950 dust. That's 1 penny for 3.25 dust. An exotic ship is 800 silver or 2,000 bright dust. That's 2.5 dust for 1 penny. An exotic sparrow is 800 silver or 2,500 dust. That's approximately 1 penny for 3 dust. And the expensive exotic emote is 1,000 silver or 3,250 dust, which is 1 penny for 3.25 dust. So the range is anywhere between 1 penny for 1.75 dust up to 7.5 dust. But it seems to be around 2.5 dust consistently for 1 penny. Putting that into perspective, you are buying a Fire Team medallion for 20 cents to boost your XP to get more bright dust. If you're going to spend silver wisely, use it on ghost projections or on armor sets. Next topic. There are actually calculated drop rates for every item from Bright Engrams posted on Bungie.net. A quick look shows that the odds of getting legendary items and shaders is the highest. The odds of drops were actually changed this season and will play a big role next season. On September 17th, Bungie is going free to play for Year 1 content, even launching on a new platform called Google Stadia. This enables tons of mobile devices to be portable gaming systems. You should think of Stadia as another console though. They operate on their own network with their own deals, and you must buy games from their system like you would on Xbox, PS4, or Steam. There is cross-save support, but not cross-play yet. So Bungie is pushing for direct purchase cosmetics as a main source of income from free-to-play gamers. This includes removing bright dust from the leveling process. You won't get dust from dismantling any gear after September 17th. Everything will be legendary shards and glimmer. Eververse items will now be obtainable from the collections with shards and glimmer. Eververse armor is going full cosmetic. More on Armor 2.0 is still to come, but legendary armor will now have a universal ornament slot, a step towards transmogrification. This will allow all Eververse items in your collections to be put on your armor without modifying its stats or perks. The new source for bright dust will be bounties. This will promote picking up bounties from vendors at the start of each Destiny session. Confirmed sources are Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit bounties. Because the next sentence mentions after you complete all your bounties for the week, they sound like they are weekly bounties. After those weekly bounties, there will still be an additional avenue to keep grinding bright dust. This is likely referring to Eververse bounty notes for Eververse bounties. You know those things you rarely pick up because they aren't worth it. Why is Bungie telling us this? Because the need for bright dust is at an all-time high, and this is the solution they propose. Dismantle all of your Eververse items now. Essentially, all Eververse items are worth more now than ever by being dismantle fodder. They are an instant source of bright dust, and you can get them back with legendary shards and glimmer starting September 17th. Should we keep anything, all Eververse items are going to be reacquirable from collections. This solves a vault storage problem, as well as unifying old and new armor systems. Collections is pretty foolproof. Dismantling things now will not cause trouble in the future. It's the only course of action. Any bright dust item you aren't sentimentally attached to should be dismantled this season. The only exceptions to this would be ghosts that you have used the ghost perk exploit on, sparrows and ships you are using, or armor pieces with rolls you are using, such as the Optimus C set for the new mod slots. Everything else needs to go. If you like them, you can apply them to any new legendary armor after September 17th. This also means dismantling your transmat effects and shaders. To bulk dismantle shaders, go to Master Rahul in the tower. This creates a new problem. How do I know what's an Eververse item? I'm sure other ways will arise, but right now the easiest solution is Destiny Item Manager. After linking your account, go to the search bar in the top right. Put in source:"Eververse with no spaces. This will highlight all items from Eververse. Now you can determine what items dismantle into bright dust. Dismantle most of that crap. Then save your bright dust or spend it this season to enjoy the new items. Looking for links to what I'm talking about in this video? Check the description below.
Cheese forever, Guardian!